obey the guard. Those who fail to comply will face severe punishment, serving as an example to others.
Hello everybody, this is Mushan Gaming and welcome back to Honkai Star Rail. We're in the prison full of werewolves who beat up the Senjo prison guards to retrieve their... Oh, I'm about to get noticed. Oh, you don't see me. No, hold on. Bro. Oh god. Oh no, hold on. Oh gosh, we're getting noticed by everybody. Oh! No, leave me alone! No, I'm sorry. Okay, that was almost bad. No, don't close the door! Oh no, run! Okay, we wedged the door shut. Or wedged the door open.
Report! After we lost contact with the shackling prison, we received a message from a Psycrane. The prisoners have revolted, and the criminal Hule is nowhere to be found!
What about the Yaoqing messengers and the Nameless?
No news at the moment. We're trying to restore contact with the shackling prison as soon as possible.
I see. You're dismissed. General Jing Yuan, General Hua Yan. It's just as we suspected. The rise of the Ambrosial Arbor was not the end of things, but the beginning.
It's always the beginning.
The hand of the Ruined Legion has already sown the seeds of destruction. From this moment on, the Xianzhou Alliance will face an even greater challenge, from both the abominations of abundance and the destruction itself. If this is what they want, I'm always up for a challenge.
Let's do it. We can win.
As the Marshal Special Envoy, I'll dispatch the Lawfu Cloud Knights to pursue Hule myself.
Looks like the hidden dregs have finally come to the surface. And as I said before, it's time to wash them away. Once and for all.
After a brief of devastating loss of communication, the lockdown of shackling prison is once more under control. The Express Nameless may have emerged unharmed, but one of the Yaoqing envoys has been taken hostage. Meanwhile, the Borisin warhead Hule, long confined to the depths of the shackling prison, has vanished without a trace. A pursuit between the hunter and the hunted will soon play out on the Senjo Lofu.
It's still early. Where to now?
Time to hunt. Who are we on now? Who are we controlling? Did we get out? Okay, I thought we were stuck inside, and you know, 'cause we kind of just threw us. Don hung threw his spear at the door to wedge it, to not completely wedge it open, or completely close it, or whatever. But I was thinking we were still trapped. What has Yao Qing been doing? I thought they went to talk to General Jing Yuan about the attack, or the one on the docks where we first realized Borison were involved. After the shackling prison break on the Skip Haven Streets.
Seriously? When is this war dance going to start? The Sky Splitter has been hovering there for ages. When can we board and see what's inside?
Is this how long-life species live? Everything proceeds so slowly. The effectiveness of anticipation in my emotional center is at an all-time high. Oh, I need to drink some coolant.
Relax. The Realm Keeping Commission will send boarding
I'm pretty sure
notices
it's going to be
all
canceled.
ticket holders. The Gazette said the Sky Splitter will fire a salute before the ceremony starts.
I'm pretty sure we're probably gonna have to
I
cancel
saw
it.
the schedule for the first day of the tournament. Can you believe the Ringmaster accepted 4 challenges? And he's just a kid. So, who are you betting on, Bardo?
I'm betting on neither. I lost all my credits betting on Roboball games in Taikian. This time, I've decided not to rely on probability games to accomplish my target of getting rich.
Probably a smart idea.
War dance.
How did you get out? That's what I want to know.
I heard you and Mr. Dan Heng went to meet the judges, and then a riot broke out in the shackling prison. I was so worried about you. Thank goodness you both made it out safe.
I still want to know how we made it out. Details. Oh, okay,
There was a
discuss.
revolt in the shackling prison. Fortunately, we were protected by the guards until the Cloud Knights arrived to rescue us.
The Borison traveled all the way here to infiltrate the Lafu, and attempt to rescue their leader with a crafty scheme. This is completely unlike them. To be honest, it reminds me of what the disciples of Sanctus Medicus did during the Ambrosial Arbor crisis.
Because they're
Present,
also
all
part
3
of this.
generals are on guard and taking action to hunt down the fugitives and the mastermind behind it all, in order to prevent further trouble. However, if these Borison can disguise themselves as Foxians, where do we even begin to search for them?
Those tourists over there are talking about you.
Yeah, I heard them too. But I'm afraid I'll have to disappoint them. I've already reported to General Jing Yuan that I'll give up my role as the Ringmaster.
But haven't you been preparing it for the what? You're not going to defend the ring? But haven't you been preparing for it for so long?
The security of the Lafu is more important to me than anything else. I need to fulfill my duties as a Cloud Knight Lieutenant before taking on the honor of being Ringmaster.
I'm surprised we're still going to have the war dance while this all is going on. It seems a little irresponsible.
Those tourists just want to see some good sword fights. Anyone can participate in this kind of tournament. Doesn't have to be me.
Yet he says, with disappointment in his voice.
The real challenge lies beyond the ring on the Sky Splitter. If we don't capture the fugitives soon, Hule will wreak havoc. Obviously, there's someone behind the scenes orchestrating this prison break, intending to spread chaos. If we fail to thwart their evil plan, what honor will be left for us to uphold?
So why are we still doing the war dance if this is all going on? That is my question.
Said.
Who's this?
You may be tiny in stature, but your ambition matches that of the Yao Qing's warriors.
It's the General Fei Xiao complimenting Yao Qing.
Hey, this has nothing to do with my height.
Is that why she's sitting down? Just talk to him on his level. I thought all about this. I thought all the generals were on the move already. What brings you here, General?
Yes, I suggested to Yanqing that we find a place to have a decent meal. A hunter must be well fed before the hunt.
You still have a good appetite, even in the face of disaster. You truly are the Merlin's Claw. Please finish the food quickly so we can get to work, General Fei Xiao.
Well, that's not up to me. Dig in. I called you here so you could enjoy the food.
What is it?
Me? This isn't the time for a leisurely meal, and this is way too much for me.
Oh. You'd give me time to enjoy a meal, but not yourself? Ever since you encountered those Borison spies, you've been so busy that you've hardly eaten anything. You can't defeat Hule on an empty stomach. Take your time. Enjoy the meal and calm yourself.
Hule's whereabouts are still unknown, and they've even taken Mr. Zhao Cho hostage. The longer we wait, the more complicated the situation becomes.
Zhao Cho always said I'm the most impatient person among the Cloud Knights, and I can't argue with that. So, there's no reason for you to be more anxious than me. I've fought against Borison abominations for years, and I know their ferocity and cunning well. The Borison were clearly well prepared for this prison break, and now they are staying in the shadows. They have no reason to rush out into the open. When facing cunning and ferocious prey, the hunter must be more patient, biding their time to seize the golden chance for a decisive blow. Once Hule loses his patience and reveals himself, that's when we'll strike.
So it's a battle of patience. Who's more patient, Fei Xiao or Hule?
But when will that time come?
It's definitely not Yao Qing. He's impatient right now.
Like I said, it's only one meal away.
Now I feel like there's a metaphor here.
General Hua Yan, the Skyfaring Commission has finished its preparations. Do you have any other instructions?
Representing the consensus between the Merlin's Claw and the Divine Foresight, I'll step in as the temporary commanding officer of the seat of Divine Foresight and oversee the Six Commission's affairs on the Luofu.
What is the situation at the Shackling prison?
Hule made a quick escape and even sealed the gates of the prison. As of now, the Cloud Knights have re-established contact with the staff inside. The good news is the two Nameless who were trapped in the Shackling prison are safe and sound.
I know I shouldn't use the word great given the current situation, but I'm relieved that he and Dan Heng are safe.
We've lost contact with one of the messengers from the Xianzhou Yao Qing. The Borison have likely taken him hostage. Don't worry, Yuko. Fei Xiao is leading the wolf hunt operation, and you know how capable she is.
I have no doubt about General Fei Xiao's capabilities, General Hua Yan. I'm more concerned about the Wardens.
I'm more concerned of why we're still having the war dance during this crisis. I know not to
According
raise
the plan,
panic.
The ceremony will begin in 6 hours. The Sky Splitter will be activated, and all visitors will board the ship to watch the contest.
Like, I know we don't want to raise panic, but still, having it, because you don't know that maybe they'll enter the war dance and then cause war casualties and all that stuff. I don't know. It sounds like a bad idea.
But now, with Hule's whereabouts unknown, everything is filled with uncertainty.
Should the war dance really be held as scheduled? That's what I like to know.
March is right, Grandpa. I heard the escaped prisoner from the shackling prison is beyond formidable. In case anything goes wrong.
Isn't Jing Liu also in the prison? Didn't she get out too? So if we know that Jing Liu was the one who imprisoned him, can't we just send her out there to put him back in the prison? Before she goes Marstruck?
What do you think we should do?
Cancel the war dance. Send everybody home and say that we can't do it until like a week from now.
Well, I believe we should declare martial law and allocate manpower to search for the escaped prisoners. And as for the war dance, it's better to announce an indefinite delay for now.
Your plan sounds solid, but unfortunately solid plans rarely get a chance to be implemented. I believe there are at least 2 parties who won't accept your approach.
Which 2
The first are the many travelers who have come all the way here for the war dance. If we declare martial law now, it's like declaring that the Luofu isn't safe. How do you think the outsiders would react? They'd be terrified, and chaos might ensue. The second party is the staff of the Xianzhou Luofu's 6 commissions. They've invested a lot of resources and manpower into organizing the war dance. Suddenly suspending it indefinitely would create numerous challenges for them. But of course, not everyone disagrees with your idea.
General Joe Hawaiian probably agrees.
Really?
Is it you, Grandpa? Grandpa, you agree with me, right?
The mastermind behind this incident would fully support your opinion, presumably.
Oh. Oh, I don't know how I feel about that.
Ule's escape and your discovery of Borisin's spies at Stargazer Navalia. Even a child could guess that these events were orchestrated. The fugitive is just one piece in the game. The one controlling the pieces wants to spread chaos and suspicion among the people on the Luofu. If we declare martial law and postpone the war dance, we'll fall into their trap and instill fear in people even before Hule actually does anything.
So what do we do?
We do undercover ops.
We'll search for the prisoners while maintaining order on the Luofu, acting as if nothing has happened.
I'm pretty sure that's not going to work, but okay. We'll do our best.
If nothing has happened, Yan Qing said he'd assist the generals, and now he's nowhere to be found. With the host ringmaster gone, how are we supposed to act like nothing has happened?
That's why I called the 2 of you here.
Yun Li is going to be the new ringmaster. Hello. Hello, Anthony. Welcome back. Hope you're having a good day. Happy Easter, dude. Oh. And just like that. Just like that. It never fails. Freaking capture card goes out. I hate this stupid thing so much. Are you suggesting that that I take Ya Qing's place as ringmaster? Are you suggesting that Yun Li takes Ya Qing's place in the ring? Are you planning to take up the role of ringmaster to yourself, General Hawaiian? No, I'm pretty sure it's going to be Yun Li.
Master Yun Li, is General Huaiyan asking you to be the ringmaster instead of Yan Qing?
No, that's not the case.
Dadgummit, I was wrong.
General Huaiyan, are you asking me to take Yan Qing's place
What?
as the ringmaster?
No, I'm not ready. No, General Hawaiian, I'm not ready. We've only been doing it a couple weeks. I can't do this. This is too much pressure.
You caught on quickly, Miss March.
Oh, God.
That's exactly what I mean.
Oh, no. My day got a whole lot rougher. Uh-oh, what happened?
But Miss March is a guest invited by General Jing Yuan, Grandpa. How can an outsider represent the Lawfu in the ring? It will make the Xianzhou Lawfu a laughingstock.
Dear child, the nameless of the Astral Express are renowned throughout the cosmos. It's an honor to have them participate in the ceremony. Plus, Miss March is a disciple of the little Cloud Knight Lieutenant. How can she be regarded as an outsider?
How can I be regarded as a good enough swordsman after only a few weeks of training? So much pressure. I don't know what to do. Somebody help me.
You can't afford to have any problems during the war dance.
Oh, gosh.
I'm entrusting you not only with the honor of the ring, but also with the security of the Sky Splitter. Yukong, please explain to them the rest of the arrangements.
Madam Yukong, please. Oh, we're playing as Lingsha. 3 dual hours before the war dance convenes in the shackling prison. I don't want to talk about it. I nearly screwed up on
I'm
internet.
sorry for
Okay, I gotcha. No worries. Just relax.
I truly appreciate your assistance, General.
Just relax and chill in here, man. It's gonna be okay. Don't worry about a thing.
There is no need to apologize. We Cloud Knights fight on the battlefield while you judges punish the criminals. We are two sides of the same Xianzhou Lawfu, and it is my honor to serve the Ten Lords' commission. I've grasped the situation of the prison break. Now tell me more about the current state of the shackling prison.
Borison infiltrated the prison in disguise and released the prisoners, spreading chaos. Among the judges on duty in the 4 divisions, Judge Shui from the detention division was killed and is temporarily unavailable. So, I'm taking over her duties and commanding Arumaton spectral envoys and spiritfarers to quickly restore order in the affected areas.
I, and the 2 behind me, will go deeper into the prison to investigate.
General, the situation inside is still chaotic and perilous. Your presence would be...
No, don't...
It's common for Cloud Knight generals to face danger directly. Hule has escaped, and the Yaoqing envoy is being held hostage by the Borison. His fate is unknown. This is a grave matter.
Not only am I recovering on my Twitter, that's all I'll say. I gotcha. Just relax. Just chill out in here, man. It's okay. Just enjoy the show.
Not only did the Merlin's Claw offer no reproach, she decided to go after Hule herself to prevent further calamity. I believe the Lawfu owes her something in return for her fervent determination.
I agree.
How did the infiltrators learn about the location where Hule was held? And how did they time their plan just before the Yaoqing messengers were ready to escort him? Finding the answer to these questions shouldn't be too difficult.
There's a mole.
What truly matters is if we can gather the clues that lead us to the mastermind behind all of this.
I understand, but I'm afraid it won't be an easy task.
For a long time, this hidden force has been pursuing their own goals and undermining the security of the Lawfu. Backing down now will only encourage them to further endanger the peace here.
No worries, no worries. Like I said, just enjoy the story. That's all we're here to do is enjoy the story and the action.
The Ten Lords Commission will support your decision with everything we have, General.
Dan Heng and Ling Sha, I'll need both of you to accompany me on this challenging journey.
Well, it's part of my responsibilities as the Cauldron Master. So, where would you like to start, General?
Man, you don't have to sound like an attitude. She's like, where would you like to start, General? It's like, start by giving him the proper respect he deserves.
Let's start with those Borison disguised as Foxians.
My people have already prepared the evidence.
Okay, so I'm going to, since we're using...
It isn't wise to put down the hammer and take up the sword.
Ugh, excuse me. All right, we'll use the. Is she a healer? Yeah, she's abundance. So we probably don't need Bailu for this. Num 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 num. Who can we use as a Honestly, can I just note also how strange it is that you can be
Good to see you, General.
Dan Heng and Imbiber Lune Dan Heng on the same team? Like, they're the same person. How is this possible? But anyway, let's go. I haven't used Sunday in a while.
Don't be shackled by the past. That goes for the both of us.
According to Lieutenant Yenqing's report, he stumbled upon a few suspicious Foxians at Stargazer Navalia. After following them, he discovered that they were actually Borison in disguise. This is one of the bodies.
Looking at him now, it's hard to imagine how he transformed into a Foxian.
My alchemists detected some complex ingredients in his remains, which might explain how these Borison were able to disguise themselves as Foxians.
I have a theory that it's probably one of her medication, because they said they had pills, so it probably came from one of either hers or Zhao Chou's like, since they're both healers in a sense, I wonder, or well, it's probably not Zhao Chou's, but I wonder if it's from her, like she created the kind of medication or whatever, and it was stolen from her or something like that. 2 Dan Hengs just like 2 March 7th. Yeah, but you can't be 2 March 7ths on a team. You can switch between. It's just like the MC. You can switch.
Simply put, Foxians and Borison share a common ancestry. Although they look completely different now, there isn't much genetic difference between them. This medicine allows Borison to temporarily change their shape into that of Foxians.
So, in other words, if they stop taking the medicine, their true form will soon be revealed?
It's kind of like a werewolf. Borisons have fast metabolisms, so the effects of the medicines don't last long. An infiltration technique the general is familiar with.
The formula and technique seem oddly familiar.
Actually, didn't the Abundance do this too?
The disciples of Saint Dismedicus. Looks like the Alchemy Commission is involved once again. When I was sorting through the prescriptions they use, I came across one called Semblance Reversion Essence. It's designed to help those disciples suppress signs of their Mara-struck forms and maintain their normal appearance. When I compared it to the medicine found in the Borison's body...
They're one and the same, aren't they?
The medicinal properties and ingredients may differ, but the principle remains the same.
Since ancient times, the Borison have always sought to have more powerful bodies, regarding the Foxians as weaklings. Yet, in order to save their warhead, they were willing to disguise themselves as Foxians. Their determination is quite remarkable.
So you can E6 him, because like in the story you'll get some Eladin orbs that you can that goes to his character. I think it depends though. I think because each destruction has its own Eladin, whatever you call it, and then there's preservation, and then harmony, and then remembrance, I think is the 4th one. I haven't unlocked it yet, but each one has their own Eladin or whatever you call it. that you have to 6. So I don't think they're all the same. I can't remember though.
If these infiltrators rely on the medicine to maintain their disguise, then following this lead in our investigation seems prudent. Please follow me.
But I think you can do it. You do it throughout the story. You can like buy them in like in shops and stuff like that. And throughout the story, you'll get some of those Illidan orbs too. Just like kind of like in March 7th when she changed to the hunt, you can get like 3 to add to her Illidans.
Here we are. According to the judge, this area is not yet under control, so we should proceed cautiously. I've captured the nature of the medicine in my sensor. By following the medicinal fumes, we should be able to retrace the steps of the disguised origin.
I think I have him in preservation. I think like in destruction he's like Illidan 4, or yeah, I think 4. Preservation, I think he's only 2 or 3. Harmony, I don't remember exactly. Maybe 1 or 2.
May the foul stench dissipate quickly.
Yeah. Oh, okay. He doesn't even. I don't even have a weakness for him. That's unfortunate.
Torment and doubt, farewell.
Conflict is pitiless.
Allow me to purge the root of the problem. Yeah.
I've no interest in conflict.
A foregone conclusion.
Here, this thunder.
Ugh, man.
Is that it?
My Jing Yuan is just so weak, though.
There's no time to lose.
Like, no offense, I love Jing Yuan, but he is like probably the weakest of the party right now. Even though he's like level 70, I think his HP is like the lowest out of everyone. Oh god. Dadgummit, you're over here too? No. Oh! The compass got ambushed.
May the foul stench dissipate quick. Yeah.
Actually, no, never mind. I think Don Hong is actually my weakest character right now.
Conflict is pitiless.
The truth burns clear as a flame. Everything in this world is bleeding.
I've heard the call.
Oh, that's pretty good. Damage and healing. I love it. I like it. I like it.
Serenity is before me.
Immerse yourself in it.
This trial is fitting.
Fighting is meaningless.
A foregone conclusion.
Here, this thunder.
I'll overcome the thorns. Torment and doubt, farewell.
Follow my charge.
Hey, what's going on, DJ Kid? How you doing? How's your Easter going, bro?
Yeah.
Welcome to the stream. Oh, okay, yeah, I wasn't expecting it to miss like that.
Allow me to purge the root of the problem.
I've no interest in conflict.
Serenity is before me.
Conflict is pitiless. Is that it?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Not bad. Chilling, getting my playlist ready for tonight. This game looks cool.
As a flame.
Yeah, it is Honkai Star Rail.
Everything in this world is bleeding.
It's a good story, anime story. Honestly, I wish they would actually make an anime of this game. Honestly, it would be fantastic.
A foregone conclusion.
So I'm not gonna lie, like I like Lingsha so far, but her inability to heal without her ultimate is a little underwhelming to me.
Wanted to doubt farewell.
Here, this thunder.
Refreshed and invigorated.
All that for a little bit of treasure. What's her support do?
Incense ascends, entwined with ethereal clouds.
A day of peaceful repose.
Anyway, since I have work tomorrow, I won't be able to stay for the whole stream. It's okay. Stay as long as you need to.
Yeah. Get it together.
Oh, she attacks with bunnies? Interesting.
The truth of life and death, revealed in an instant. The sanctuary is but a vision.
A foregone conclusion. Conflict is pitiless.
I don't want to waste all my attacks yet. We'll do this. No, actually, okay, never mind. We can do. That's fine.
Here, this thunder.
Wanted to doubt farewell.
There's no time to lose.
Immerse yourself in it. Yeah.
There we go.
Past victories don't guarantee future ones.
So what's your playlist looking like, DJ? Any cool tunes? And what are you getting it ready for? If you don't mind me asking. I know what that is. Ladies' night tonight. Oh, snap. That sounds exciting. I have no idea what I'm doing here. Oh, I did something right. Cube how do I unexhaust these cubes? Stacks. Nope. Okay, that's something. Dadgummit. Nope. Dang it. Nope. I'll get this right eventually. Dadgummit. I am not sure where I need to put these. Let's do this. Okay. Alright, I don't get it. Come back to it later. Alright, where is descent taking us? Wait, did we... Alright, yeah, this is where we came from. What am I missing? Is it on the ground? Aha! We figured it out. We did it. Good job. Good job. Good job, team. A prison guard is collapsed on the ground, her body twisted unnaturally.
Incredible strength.
By the way, I came in almost 20 minutes late.
The attacker shattered this warden's bones with a single blow.
That's okay. It's all that matters is you came in. That's okay. Life happens, man. I was like 5 minutes late starting the stream, honestly.
Such brute strength is not something an ordinary Borison possesses. This is likely the work of Hula.
If I may be so bold to ask, is this Borison truly that formidable?
I have lived a bit longer and engaged in a few more battles than you, Miss Lingshaw. To the Alliance, Borison have always been the most formidable adversaries. And Hula is a monster feared even among his own kind. With his strength, Hula united numerous Borison pacts, forming a grand army of abominations of abundance. They constantly pushed the Alliance's armies into perilous positions. Over 7 centuries ago, I followed my mentor on a campaign against the abominations. And I personally witnessed the devastation on the battlefield after Hula appeared. Even with medicinal pellets that suppressed the fear caused by his lupitoxin, countless Cloud Knights succumbed to panic in the face of his murderous aura. They couldn't even raise a hand in resistance. If the former sword champion hadn't immobilized Hule with her frost blade, the outcome of that fateful battle could have been very different. By the end of the battle, only a few of us remained. The crimson moon cast the sheen of blood on all. Everything I saw was painted dark red.
If that's the case, why wasn't the beast executed instead of being imprisoned?
Because he can't die.
On the Xianzhou Jun, the judges cast those unforgivable and nearly immortal abominations of abundance into the eternal flames of the stars, reducing them to ashes.
His will to live was too strong, so he would have lived regardless, somehow,
Their
some way.
so-called immortality is just a facade. I mean, nothing can truly defy death, can it? I just don't understand why the Lafu kept this tumor for so long, leading to the terrible situation we're facing now. But I guess I understand. People of the Lafu are known for their kindness. Even when faced with the malignant tumor within the Alchemy Commission, they couldn't bring themselves to cut it out. Instead, they exiled the healer, who tried to solve the problem, to the Xianzhou Jun.
Oh, don't make it about you.
I understand if you hold grudges against
Ever
me,
notice that immortality and
I take
immorality
the blame
are almost
for
in the same
resurgence of
word,
disciples of
coincidence?
Sanctus Medicus. As for why Hule was only in prison, I can shed some light on that. too.
It is immortality and immorality. Just missing a T in the word. I wouldn't say two sides of the same coin, but there might be some connection there.
I'm just a healer.
Is it
Not
coincidence?
familiar
No.
with the past. I'd appreciate it if you could enlighten me, General.
All right. Let me tell you more about it as we go.
Oh, yeah, we got. Which way are we going? Hold on. Am I supposed to be going this way? No, we go this way. Out of my way! Got a place to be, things to do.
Allow me to purge the root of the problem.
Jeez, Don Hong, Don Hong and Jing Yuan are like barely holding it together here.
Here, this thunder!
Immerse yourself in it. Yeah.
I do have a 4-star character with Gallagher and Xu Yi are. Xu Yi was actually my first E6 by accident because I kept on pulling her when I was trying to pull for 5 stars.
Conflict is hideous.
I've heard the call. Serenity is before me.
Time for the master stroke. Show no mercy.
Here, this thunder!
Let's put some
The
healing.
truth for everything in this world is bleeding. May the foul stench dissipate quickly. You're a stubborn one.
Yes.
Torment and doubt, farewell. Fighting is meaningless.
Immerse yourself in it. Yeah.
Don't die!
There's no time to lose.
Oh, they don't do any damage either. That's so unfortunate.
I've no interest in conflict.
But yeah, I got Xu Yi and Gallagher, who are actually let's see. Yukong is only 3. I thought it was 4. Let's see. Yeah, so Xu Yi is, I have her E6'd. March is E4. Oh yeah, Gallagher, like I said, is E6. Pela is C6. Moisa is almost E6. I thought I E6'd him, but I am 1 short. Oh yeah, Ting Yun is also E6, but that was also because I was trying to pull for Fugui and kept on getting Ting Yun instead. Lingxi is E6'd. Natasha is also E6'd. Serval is almost E6'd. Luca is almost E6. Asta's been like constantly in as a recurring E4 or 4-star banner or 4-star draw that like is almost impossible to not E6 her. We don't talk about her. Yeah, what was her name? King Kui is E6. Never used her before though. What's her face? Hook is almost E6, even though she's a 5-star. And then there's Arlen, who's almost E6. And yeah, that's it. I need to heal. Be like,
Breathe out the old.
you look at my health and it's like, I'm in danger.
Did this Cloud Knight also take the medicine?
Big Shot peels open the Cloud Knight's armor and stretches out her hand.
No. This is a Borison in disguise. A guard killed him before he could return to his original form.
Yeah, she found her way to weasel her way into my draws. Unfortunately, I had to see her face on multiple occasions. It was not fun. It was not enjoyable to see that face constantly. I was like, ugh, why? Just leave me alone, you stinking witch.
All these Borison are dressed in official attire. Besides the Cloud Knight, there were also 2 Borison disguised as members of the Skyfaring Commission and the Artisanship Commission. Whoever is providing them with official identities must hold the position of power. Let's search elsewhere.
Okay. Okay, we're gonna sneak. I will not tolerate her slander. Well, you're gonna have to deal with it in this stream. That's all this is slander. No! Aha! I made it. Ah, you're too slow. Oh, you freaking mutt. Ah, now I'm full health again. Also, welcome Leonidas to the stream. I didn't do that on purpose, just wondering which character made. No, it's okay. I just wanted to check because I didn't know how many E6s I had. And then it's unfortunate, but like she's free, so I can't escape having to scroll past her at certain points in time in my life. And it just, it gives me a pain in my chest when I have to see. And all I have to see is her purple eyes, and then that smug look on her face, and it just makes me want to just, I'll just leave it at that. I'll just leave it there. The anger I have when I have to look in her eyes and see that smug look on her face is just too overbearing that I cannot talk about it anymore.
Someone bit open his arteries and drained almost all of his blood while he was still alive. Such a cruel and ruthless act.
Despite being a long-lived species, Borison are actually more like predatory beasts that must feed on raw blood and flesh. I heard that Hule was deprived of food and water in the Shackling prison.
Yeah, her trash talk is infamous and unnecessary.
It's hard to imagine how he managed to suppress his hunger for over 7 centuries. Will the hostage from the Yaoqing be able to avoid being his meal?
Such is the terrible nature of the abominations of abundance. We subjected him to the forest of swords to drain his life force. But in the end, his punishment turned into a test of our patience. Just like you said, Miss Lynchon. Casting a creature that can't be killed into a star would be a way to permanently get rid of it. But unfortunately...
The Foxians didn't agree to that.
Exactly. The atrocities committed by Hule went beyond mere massacres. Throughout numerous wars, we made every effort to eradicate the Borisin. But Hule, with his mysterious sorcery, turned countless Foxians into his pawns. So the Borisin kept returning. The Foxians curse his name day and night, and they even use it to scare children into staying quiet. How could they grant a swift death to such a great sin? I wonder if you know why Hule wasn't taken into custody by the Foxian majority Xianzhou Yaoqing, but instead imprisoned in the Xianzhou Luofu, Mr. Chang.
I mean, that does sound like burning for all of eternity for someone who can't die. Like, that does sound like a good idea. It probably would be the best idea to do, but unfortunately, the powers that be were like, no, let's make him suffer by just jamming a lot of swords into him for 7 centuries. That'll teach him. That'll show him.
As you mentioned, your mentor was an exceptional warrior and was the one who defeated Hule, an extraordinary achievement. Therefore, the Marshal placed this feral beast under the jurisdiction of the Xianzhou Luofu as an honor, I assume?
It seems you have a major misunderstanding about this arrangement, Mr. Chang. Allow me to explain it.
Oh. Okay, didn't need to do that. My bad. I was locking myself in here. I do not need to be locked away in lava. Thank you. Destroying more pots. Whee! Oh, I'm getting dizzy. Hey, Jay. Thank you for lurking. If you guys haven't seen Jay, and if you haven't been in her streams, she's a wholesome streamer who does a lot of cozy streams and scary streams and all the kinds of different streams. She's on her way to becoming a partner on Twitch and probably YouTube as well. I'm not sure how far she is on YouTube, but you know, she's trying to get there, trying to go places, so be sure to follow her on YouTube and Twitch if you're interested in cozy and scary streams. But we're doing well. We're doing well. I'm glad you decided to lurk. Is this like Zelda where the pots have stuff in them? Yeah. So instead of like holding the pots in the air and we're like, yay, we got something, you know, we just smash it and take everything in there like we're stealing it. We just take it for our own. Robo-Wolf. The wolf-shaped mech disintegrates into a pile of metal.
Yan Qing told me that an IPC ship was attacked by Borisin. Is this what they were transporting on the ship?
Yeah, she's going places. So be sure to support her. She's a good friend. The intelligence skills research on the traits of longevity. A biometric weapon that will auto-restart even after being turned off.
Yes. The Artisanship Commission and Alchemy Commission conducted a joint examination and found that parts of this machine are made from specially refined Borisin biotissue.
Oh no. So they're like injecting him. So he's literally a transformer.
I heard the Intelligentsia
Beast
Guild
Wars
has been
all over
researching
again.
biological properties of long-life species, hoping to make medical or combat-related discoveries. However, they haven't dared to cross any lines due to their so-called relationship with the Alliance.
Perhaps to those scholars, Borisin are no different from lab animals. Maybe the Borisin attacked that ship to retaliate against the Intelligentsia Guild for experimenting on them?
No. If it were only about revenge, they could just wreck the ship and destroy all the cargo, instead of allowing it to end up in a shackling prison. It was a deliberate display to showcase the dangerous nature of the cargo in broad daylight. This way, the cargo would end up in the shackling prison, serving as a tool for the prison break.
This skill in exploiting the blind spots of others' mindsets is so atypical of them. I'm afraid the IPC and the Intelligentsia Guild unknowingly became their accomplices.
Oh no, he's starting up. Uh-oh.
Watch out!
Oh no.
Still alive.
Are we ready for this? Are we ready? Mecha Mecha Wolf.
Even after suffering such severe attacks?
They never die.
The mutation of long-life species has crossed the line.
Oh, she did nothing. I am a bit concerned now. Not gonna lie.
Follow my charge.
Armor damaged.
Serenity is before me. This mortal form. I will watch over you and guide you on your path.
I will guide you on your path. Jing Yuan, General, my General.
Here, this thunder.
Time for the Master Stroke.
Show no mercy.
Pachow! Yeah, that's right. Actually, we're gonna do this
The truth
too.
of life and death, revealed in an instant.
This place is much a vision. Break! Okay, I would like to you know, have some time to actually
It means it wasn't damaged enough.
make
Sure it never moves again.
Yes, sir, General, sir. We got your back.
There's no time to lose. Conflict is pitiless.
I'll overcome the thorns.
Armor damaged. Detecting damage.
He's detecting a whole lot of damage, for sure.
The truth burns clear as a flame. Everything in this world is bleeding.
Here, this thunder.
I've heard the call. Torn it to doubt farewell.
Conflict is pitiless.
Break! There we go. Yeah.
Immerse yourself in it. Yeah.
There you go, General. Come. Will you please let me have? Stay knocked out for a while. Give me something. Give me something. Anything. Anything at all.
The truth of life and death, revealed in an instant. The sanctuary is but a vision.
Okay, I'll take that.
Detecting damage. Here, this thunder.
Oh no, I should have. Oh, dadgummit.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Detecting damage.
No. Okay, all right, it's fine. Heal.
The truth burns. Everything in this world is bleeding.
Conflict is pitiless.
Abnormal.
I'll overcome the thorns. Serenity is before me. This mortal form. I'll watch over you and guide you on your path.
Because he's in the story and I want to use Dun Hong.
Here, this thunder.
Yeah, we won. Haha, yes.
You haven't answered my question about why Hule was imprisoned in the Lafu instead of the Yao Qing, General. You've been reserved in your response. Could it be that such an arrangement wasn't an honor?
I feel some, I know, like, she's been, like, what was it? General Jing Yuan, like, banished her. So she said, oh, there's no resentment. I don't care. I was like, well, I feel there is some kind of resentment here because it seems like you do care.
The reason why the Marshal didn't leave Hule on the Yao Qing lies in the very mech in front of us.
Are you suggesting that there are people trying to understand Hule's secrets and use them for their own purposes? Just like with the...
Oh, shoot, I didn't know she
Well,
wasn't done talking.
I understand. I've heard that the Voxians on the Yao Qing share a bloodline with the Borson, and And just like the Borison, some of the Foxians there experience an uncontrollable insanity called moon rage. Marshall believed that this would be inhumane and no different from what the Borison do. So...
Exactly. While Borison see moon rage as a blessing that unlocks their
How is it gonna cost me?
Foxians see it as an inevitable curse within their bloodline. Countless healers of the Yao Qing have attempted to unravel this mystery, but to no avail.
You don't need to use the most meta thing. I enjoy using the underdogs. Plus, I just got him to level 70, so actually both him and Jing Yuan on to level 70 right now. So I wanna experience the dynamic duo.
Why can Borison control the power of moon rage? Can we Foxians break free from this curse? These questions were asked frequently. Each questioner had good intentions. But the road to catastrophe is paved with good intentions.
And plus, I like the quintet myself, so I like using those characters.
To the Foxians of the Yao Qing, Hule was not only the warhead of the Borison, but also a monster that could be the subject of much research. Hule thus became a poison that corrupted people's minds without their knowing.
That's why the Marshal decided to imprison Hule and the La Fu. It wasn't an honor, but rather a warning.
Because such selfish pursuits in the name of good intentions once led to a tragedy on the La Fu that served as a warning to future generations.
This edition of Imbibitor Lunae.
It's like, don't talk to me like I'm not here. You should be using those resources for Castries, but you do you. I will do me. To be honest, like... I like to keep it to the story. Castries isn't in the story. So don't talk to me like I'm not here.
Xianzhou La Fu, the Marshal both suppressed the dangerous intentions of the Yaoqing Foxians and warned the Xianzhou La Fu to refrain from repeating its mistake.
That was a necessary trade-off. The Xianzhou alliance is not solely about the Xianzhou natives. Only when all three races, Foxian, Vidyadhara, and Xianzhou natives, form an alliance, will there be a promising future for all.
Thank you for enlightening me. Was it for the same reason that you traded off my mentor to the Xianzhou Zhuming, only to stand idle and allow the resurgence of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus?
See, No. You know exactly what I meant by that. Don't make this weird. See, like, she's saying, oh yeah, I don't care about the past, but you keep talking about the past, so apparently it bothers you.
You said that I couldn't bear to cut out the malignant tumor within the Alchemy Commission, but instead exiled the healer who tried to solve the problem to the Xianzhou Zhuming. But did your mentor tell you her good intentions led her to perform certain healing arts on Dan Heng, who had just finished his hatching rebirth, so that he would regain the memories of his past life?
So she was trying to bring Dun Feng back.
What did you just say?
What? Apparently,
she believed that restoring the High Elder's knowledge of his past life would allow the Vidyadhara to resume their duty as the guardians of the Ambrosial Arbor, quelling the strife within their clan and bringing everything back on the right path.
You want a daughter? Why, so you can name her Castries?
But just as I mentioned earlier, the road to catastrophe is always paved with good intentions. Since then, the 6 charioteers decided that the Alchemy Commission would no longer have a cauldron master. Until your arrival now.
If that's the case, I should thank you for protecting my mentor by exiling her, General.
The truth has been revealed.
Quite the contrary. I should be the one thanking you.
Thanking me?
All I ever want is to have a clear conscience. However, can long-life species truly achieve that goal in their long-drawn lives? For example, you were implicated along with your mentor and forced to leave your homeland without knowing the truth. And now, with the complicated situation in the Alchemy Commission, the Alliance has spared me a lot of trouble by sending you to handle this challenging task. Shouldn't I be thanking you instead?
Your eloquence is indeed impressive, the divine foresight. You won't even leave me any excuses to hold a grudge against you.
He has a way with words. You can't hate the general. General Jing Yuan is like this, someone you just can't hate. Look at that smile he has.
Let me make it clear. The Alliance sent me here to handle the business impartially, not to choose sides.
It doesn't matter which side you choose, Miss Lin Shaw. At the end of the day, both you and I stand on the side of the Alliance, don't we? Let's keep going.
See, how can you say no to that face? How can you look at that one eye that's clearly visible, and how can you not say that, you know, like, you couldn't be mad at him, you can't hold grudges against him, you just can't. Like that voice too, so majestic. You just can't. No, I'd name her Latifa, plus raising a son would be too easy. Honestly, I feel like the daughter would be too easy over the son. If I had a son, they'd probably beat the crap out of me. Okay, we sneak. Oh yeah, it's down here. I have Jing Yuan. Fei Xiao is the best general. I mean, I won't disagree either that Fei Xiao is a fantastic general. Why are you simping for Jing Yuan? I'm not simping for Jing Yuan. I'll have you know that he is voiced by one of my favorite voice actors. Dang it, I wanted to break that pot.
These Mara-struck soldiers don't appear to be escaped prisoners.
How can you tell?
These soldiers are fully armed. Obviously, they didn't hastily join the battle.
The messenger named Morza did say that there were 2 groups of attackers. And the other attackers, aside from the Borison, could hide their tracks. I believe he was referring to these people.
Hide their tracks?
Exactly. I've engaged with these attackers before, and they used Cloud Hymn magic to hide their presence. Without careful observation, no one can detect them.
That's why they're invisible.
You once warned me to be cautious of the Vidyadhara Elder's influence within the Alchemy Commission. Could it be?
Also, another thing, why don't they close that door? It's like, you're letting all this green mist out. So you're simping for the voice actor, you are weird. Okay, like, you don't have to say it like that. You know, I admire his voice acting. You don't need to say it like that.
What's on your mind, Miss Lin Shaw?
Well, it seems that someone provided the attackers with a map of the shackling prison and Considering the Videodara's involvement in the prison's construction, it raises suspicion about their role in this. Additionally, the fact that the Borison need medicine to disguise themselves would suggest that there are still moles within the Alchemy Commission assisting them covertly.
Like, the root of the problem seems to be the Alchemy Commission.
Moreover, forging official identities for the undercover Borison
Yeah,
requires someone
yeah.
with significant authority. And the presence of assassins capable of using Cloudhim magic deepens my suspicion about the Preceptors. But why would the Videodara collude with the Borison and aid in Hulei's escape?
It probably still has something to do with the Imbibitor Lunae. Like, it seems that like the Videodara and the Alchemy Commission are all cahoots, and it all leads back to the Imbibitor Lunae.
They aim to spread chaos. They believe that only in chaos can they regain their former power and influence.
Oh, I see. I'm glad my pain and suffering fuels your fun.
Since this edition of Imbibitor Lunae, the once proud dragon race has been powerless, watching their influence wane. Being a native of the Luofu, Miss Ling Sha, I believe you understand the implications.
However, I don't think the Preceptors have a true mastermind. If I'm not mistaken, the one behind all this treachery is the Lord Ravager who exploited the weaknesses within the Luofu and instigated the disciples of Sanctus Medicus, ultimately leading to the Ambrosial Arbor's resurrection. Fentilia.
Where is she right now? That's what I'd like to know.
Please remember, General, that everything I've mentioned is mere speculation. We need concrete evidence for a public trial. If you want to interrogate someone within the Videodara's ranks, you'll need irrefutable proof.
So, what's your plan?
I feed off of the suffering of others, remember, as well as negative emotions. Ah, I see.
I'll send an invitation to the Preceptors.
An invitation?
We'll just invite him to a tea party and we'll discuss all this through tea. Sounds like a good plan.
The Preceptors have been inviting me for a personal meeting since my arrival on the Luofu. Now, I'll send them the remains of these Mara-struck soldiers and the route map I found in the prisoner's possession. Then, I'll ask them to meet me at Scale Gorge Waterscape. I'd like to hear their explanations.
Ah, sounds like a trap.
Good idea. If I were to take action, it might alert the true mastermind. I trust you to handle this matter, Miss Ling Sha. The internal affairs of the Videodara should remain under their jurisdiction. And don't worry if things don't go smoothly. Once the wolf hunt operation is over, the hidden truths will come to light.
Speaking of the wolf hunt operation, I'm truly worried about the Yaoqing messenger who was taken hostage. Hulei was starving in the shackling prison for centuries. I don't know if the messenger can survive in that wolf's clutches. May Rainbow's blessing keep him safe.
And we switch over to the Spicy Soup Fox. 2 dual hours before the war dance convenes.
As I said, I'm a healer. But my art of healing requires the culinary arts to be truly effective.
So we give you spicy food and you will be healed.
The magic of my cauldron is its ability to make all kinds of medicines into dishes that patients can eat. When simmered and cooked together, any kind of medicinal herb or ingredient becomes a delightful delicacy.
Delicacy. But isn't that just one flavor overpowering the others?
Well, you have a point. Let me ask you this. If there's a fussy child who refuses to eat green peppers, what's the best way to make him eat them?
Stuff the kid's mouth with the green peppers and cook him alive in a pot.
Okay, yeah, well, we now know that you've never had a child in your life.
You have quite the sense of humor. I've heard that you, Borison, have lost many of your taste buds during the self-modification process. So you can't experience complex flavors. Only the saltiness of blood.
We can't have we can't have Rengoku 2.0.
Awakens your appetite.
He'll live. We know he'll live.
Right now. Otherwise, I'd happily stuff them into your mouth and cook you alive in a pot.
Okay, that's a little bit too extreme, man. Can we kind of tone it down? Tone it down, my boy. It seems that your parents did not treat you like a child, like a good kid when you were growing up.
I'm just kidding. The answer is quite simple. Chop up the peppers and mix them with minced meat to make meatballs. This way, the flavor of the meat overpowers the taste of the peppers. And even a fussy child can enjoy them.
Can I just boil your tongue in this hot pot? I know you're trying to buy time until someone comes to your rescue.
Oh, the jig is up, guys. The jig is up. He found out. Mok Talk is a true genius.
You said that Jin Liu recently returned to the Luofu, right? Well, she did come back. But, unfortunately, I also found out that she committed serious crimes and was escorted to another Xianzhou ship.
I thought she was in the prison.
Do you really think you can delay our departure by provoking Lord Hulei's desire for revenge with your clever little tongue? You see Borison as savages who know nothing about the Xianzhou. But in fact, we know all about your tracking tricks. Like the jade abacus you're carrying, and the side cranes in the sky.
Dadgummit! You figured me out already.
The more hope you hold in your heart, the greater your pain will be when death comes. I wonder if you can maintain your composure when I tear your throat open.
His composure is only a temporary effect of the medicine. And it will wear off soon, right?
Lord Hulei.
Oh.
You pathetic Foxians. For thousands of years, we were the ones who allowed you to live, and who granted you civilization. But in the end, you chose to betray us for the freedom promised by the Xianzhou people.
Oh, okay. Don't let your girlfriend see it.
But it's all right. As long as you catch the scent of your masters, you obediently return to us. No matter how far you run away.
Human version of Hulei. Yeah. Refute him by pointing out that they are the runaways. Sow discord between Mok Talk and Hulei. I doubt that would actually work, but I kind of want to see that.
Hulei. Have you ever wondered why it took them 7 centuries to come to your rescue? The Borison's era has long passed. Did they ever tell you these harsh facts before giving you hope for returning home, Lord Hulei? Now they're being crushed by the Merlin's claw of the Yao Qing, by a Foxian. They're hiding in remote corners of the cosmos, trembling with fear like a wounded beast on its last legs, reaching out desperately for any fake hope of salvation, which in this case is you.
Oh, but what if? What if? What if she is? She somehow know. What if she actually found she found the sparkle, and she's like, "What the heck is this?" And you know, I'm gonna text him about it later when I go home. It's like, "Hey, so when I was over, I found this body pillow in your closet. It's like, explanation, please. Explain yourself, good sir. What is this about?
The Merlin's Claw of the Yaoqing. A Foxian? Very interesting. Tell me, Moktok, is he speaking the truth?
He isn't lying. That lowly beast was a war slave who ran away from our pack. Cannon fodder, a thief. She stole our power and used her knowledge about us to fight us, using every dirty trick in the book.
How dare you! She fought with honor and very good skill. No cheating required. It would be shattered. It will be that one moment. She's like, hey, so I forgot to mention I saw this in your closet, and yeah, could you explain what's going on here?
And she bested you, Moktok. Fairness is but a pathetic excuse for the dead and defeated. Since our great pack has fallen apart, who told you that I was alive? And who sent you here?
Yes, turn against each other.
In our darkest hours, it was a prophet of the Master of Immortality, named Mongus, who showed us the way. Her guidance brought us hope.
This prophet, Mongus, what does she want?
The prophet made this proclamation. The Borisin have been divided for too long, and only your return can unite all the packs, restoring us to our former glory. That's when we learned that you were still alive. It must have been a manifestation of the Master of Immortality!
Oh, his imagination went like everywhere on that one.
And the prophet told us that the Foxian general of the Yaoqing would take you to her ship during the Lafu's war dance, and that it would be our best chance to infiltrate and free you from your prison. And just as she said, we did it!
Refute him by pointing out that their plan has not succeeded yet. So distort by pointing out Mangus' ulterior motives. Ulterior motives, I'm liking where this story is going so far.
That so-called prophet lied to all of you. She just sent you here to die.
My imagination.
But her prophecy has come true. Our warhead is right here, with us!
Once the news about the prison break spreads, the Cloud Knights will close all the ports. You may think you've escaped the prison, but you're just trapped in another cage, known as the Lafu.
Let me kill this unruly, lowly beast, Lord Hule! I assure you that our star skiffs will soon arrive. Right now, everyone in the Lafu is distracted by the stupid war dance, so this will be the perfect chance to escape. Once you've returned to your territory, revenge against the Xianzhou ships will be within reach.
Perfect chance to return to my weak and shattered pack at the mercy of a ridiculous false prophet and become a mere puppet in her clutches. Her plan is full of flaws. The only paths she has prepared for you are escape and death. Listen up. A wolf never allows itself to become prey. From now on, you'll follow my orders. Since you are so confident that the Cloud Knights...
Alright, talk to you later, kids. Thanks for stopping it. Bye.
I'm now giving
Until the
you
next
a
one.
chance to go and
Stay
see it
wholesome,
for
my friend.
yourself. Go to the port.
No, I don't like Topaz. I mean Topaz. You don't like Topaz?
What you saw.
Wait, what did you just say?
Yeah, what did you just say? I didn't hear it.
But my lord!
Would an alpha wolf ever listen to a cub mock talk?
No, I've never heard anything like that. I wasn't trying to defy your will. I will always unquestioningly follow your orders.
What game are you
Just
playing?
a little pre-hunt entertainment. Don't you want to run away?
I don't think he would get very far.
You will come back. Because Foxians like you always obediently return to their masters, no matter how far they run away.
None can hurt me. Okay. Okay, we can keep this line up for right now. I can't believe he actually
I
let me
can't
go.
believe he actually let me go. What game is he playing?
I'm pretty sure we're not going to get very far.
Perhaps I can try to warn the Cloud Knights. No. Perhaps I can just escape.
I don't think so. Can you look around? A Foxian with a cold expression gazes at Jia. There is a sharp pressure to the gaze, carrying it as if warning to the hearer that says every clever little thought you bear might lead to severe consequences. You will come to regret it.
Just as I suspected. He's testing me. The Cloud Knights must have been aware of the situation inside the shackling prison for some time. Will General Fei Shao
Besides, I'm
personally lead a
into
squad to
the boss
capture
girl
Wu?
type. Oh, so you're into Jade.
For now, I'll do as he asked.
Wait. Search for help and send news to the outside. Wait, which one is the port? Nope. Oh, I'm not the boss girl. Oh, okay. Didn't read. My bad. Nothing seems out of the ordinary in the harbor. You're filled with anxiety. Yeah, nothing's out of the ordinary, but you're still filled with anxiety. Okay, so we can't. I'm pretty sure talking to anyone who's Foxian, well, anyone in general, because you don't know who you can trust in this place. Cotton soldier on the duty is here alone and without reinforcements. Understand, if you're thoughtlessly ask her for aid, you will reap severe repercussions, regardless if the outcome is successful or failure. Remember, be mindful of your words and actions.
Hey there. I noticed you'd been looking at me for quite a while. Do you need my help?
You can sense someone staring at you from not far away. It's something. I'm just wandering around.
Understood. Please come to me if you need any help.
I wish I could. Oh. Let's see. I have noticed that there's a lot of Foxians around here.
Stop asking. I'm off duty now. Go bother someone else.
She's rude. You sniff a familiar sound in the Foxian pilot.
You're not one of us, but I smell a familiar scent.
Ask for help. I dare you. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it being marked in red would be a... the fact that it's like marked in red would be not helpful and probably mark our doom.
The warhead sent me here to check on the situation.
The warhead wants to know if we can leave now. Have the Cloud Knights close the ports.
No, not at all. Instead, the Skyfaring Commission is clearing routes to prioritize star skiffs heading to the Sky Splitter. This will make our ships more noticeable when we try to escape.
Oh,
Ports haven't
okay.
been closed? What is going on? Stalling won't help. It's time to confront Hule and see what tricks he's up to.
Let me try. Wait, what's this? Who's this? Oh gosh, stop looking at me! Stop looking! Remember, be mindful of the words in your actions.
I'm sorry, but the Realm Keeping Commission Chancery is currently closed. All the officers and officials have been reassigned to assist in the war dance.
You can sense someone staring at you from not far away. It's nothing, I'm just wandering around.
Hey, although we're short-staffed.
It's like one of those things where it says, yeah, it's optional if you want to do it, but just letting you know that if you do it, it's going to end up being not in your favor. Okay, I'm pretty sure this guy like right here is going to turn around and be like, hey, don't say it. Ask for help. Don't be scared. It's just a game. No, I can't do it. Scars to Goodbye is just an ordinary but hardworking individual who ferries people from place to place every day. Understanding if you thoughtlessly asking for aid, you will reap severe consequences. Repercussions arise if you outcome a success or failure. Remember, be mindful of your words.
Would you like to board my star skiff?
You keenly notice that the foxing passenger near the Starship pilot are looking you up and down. How many passengers can you accommodate? Yes, but we have several. Yes, but we have several passengers. How many passengers can you accommodate?
Well, my little star skiff can't accommodate that many. But I have a larger one that will arrive in less than 15 minutes if you need it. So, where would you like to go?
Anywhere but here.
We need to hurry, wherever we're going. The war dance is about to start. The Skyfaring Commission is prioritizing star skiffs heading to the Sky Splitter.
Can we keep this quiet? I want to get outside the Jade Gate. Can you take me there? Have the Cloud Knights closed the ports? We already asked that question.
What? Are you joking? How can I take you beyond the Jade Gate in this tiny star skiff?
Okay.
Would you like to board my star skiff?
Let's ask the other question. How many men can you accomplish?
Well, my little star skiff can't accommodate that many. But I have a larger. We need to hurry, wherever we're going.
Have the Cloud Knights close the ports?
Close the ports? Why would they do that?
Okay, so nothing we say is going to actually help our situation.
You're back, Jiao Chou.
You were closely watching me, weren't you? And if I sought help from anyone, your people would kill them. Was that your plan, Hule?
Oh, exactly as you said. So, have the Cloud Knights closed the ports?
No.
They don't want to publicize my escape. I understand. It's no surprise, for fear is more deadly than claws and fangs. Especially during a festive time like the war dance. What lurks here is not a group of fugitives, but rather a pack of wolves amidst the flock. My cubs are hungry, ready to feast on flesh and blood, reveling in your fear. Your calm facade will soon crumble. I can tear through it and expose your pathetic bones anytime. There's no escape from me, Jiaoqiu.
I'm seeing that's a true statement.
Of course. You can try your luck and believe that your wits will save you. But remember, you're not the only hostage in this city. If you try anything funny, innocent people will die because of you.
Oh. Good. I'm glad we took care of that small little detail.
Now, let's talk about the Foxian general you serve. Moktok says she's here for me, which means she'll be hunting me herself.
That is true. That will happen.
Before the hunt begins, I need to know my opponent. You can refuse and play tough, or you can cooperate and save us both some time, healer.
Show weakness and make him believe you've surrendered. Refuse letting him know you won't talk. Like, I feel like there's a trickery with him, so I think showing like pretending to show weakness, because yeah, that sounds more his character. So we're gonna go with this one. The tall man stretches out a finger and touches your shoulder blade with a movement so fast it's not visible. It's as if a dagger has cut away a piece of flesh, and the pain pieces. Ow! I was saying I was going to help. Jeez, Hule is giving me Ganondorf vibes from from Legend of Zelda.
Good. At least you didn't try to draw attention with a scream. That way no one will die in vain.
Fine. I'll tell you what you want to know about her. But I expect something in return.
What makes you think you're still in a position to negotiate with me?
You can torture me until I talk. Or let's save us both some time. Warhead. Here's the question that's been bothering me. How have you managed to survive and endure centuries of torture? Borison aren't supposed to live that long. Or possess such regenerative abilities.
Well, it has something to do with the abundance, I'm sure.
So, is that why the Xianzhou Yaoqing wanted to take me away? Oh, to some, I'm a hostage. But to others, I hold the secrets they desire. Oh, I still remember. In the early years of my captivity, the Foxians came and went. They extracted my blood and marrow, trying to unravel the mystery of moon rage. They wanted to conquer their fear of the Borison and free themselves from their bloodline. Unfortunately, they failed to uncover the secret. So, they resorted to the most brutal punishments they could imagine. Some seek power to destroy their enemies, while others seek power to become their enemies. Which one are you, Jiaoqiu? Ah, I see. You're the most pitiful of them all, healer of the Yaoqing. You seek power to share it with others and do good. Well, then let me tell you the answer you seek. In our ancient legends, Duran, the ancestor of the Borisin, was dissatisfied with his limited lifespan and power. He yearned to dominate the skies and become the master of all the stars. To achieve his goal, he sacrificed the lives of countless Borisin and Foxians, pouring them into the spring bestowed by the Master of Immortality. Through a form of genetic sorcery, the water gave birth to a miracle. The lunar embryo.
Oh, what's that?
Duran ascended the birthing bed and obtained what he desired. A heart in the shape of a deep red full moon. He cut open his chest and replaced his original heart with this crimson moon. Laugh all you want, but only I know the truth behind every word. This moon heart beats within the body of every generation of the Borisin warhead. In the ritual that decides the new warhead, the successor cuts open the previous warhead's chest and consumes the divine heart, thus possessing it as their own.
Oh, so if we want to cure Fei Xiao of the Moon Rage, we have to cut open Hulei's heart, take the blood red moon, and place it in her heart, and that will cure her? That doesn't sound like it'll cure her, because that sounds like the opposite.
Devouring is the true essence of life, allowing us to endure and thrive. It gathers the life essence of all the prey we consume, making us stronger and stronger. I thought all hope was lost after 7 centuries of torment. But now, this heart is beating once again. All right. Now it's your turn to tell me everything about the Merlin's Claw.
Jiao Cho, I found you.
Yay, you can save us! Or not. Okay. We'll get back to that story.
I know I'm in no position to question your orders, but if I understand correctly, you already have intelligence about the Borisin?
That's right. My people are busy collecting clues now. What's the situation, Moanza?
General, before we completely lost contact with Jiao Cho, I picked up a signal from his Jade Abacus. It won't take long before we locate their whereabouts.
If that's the case, shouldn't we immediately go there and join forces to eliminate the Borisin? Why are we returning to Stargazer Navalia?
Looks like your general has only taught you swordplay, not the art of the hunt.
Yeah, aren't you though? Don't you walk the path of the hunt?
There's an old saying among the Borisin. In the forest, the hunter may easily become the hunted. While we may call ourselves the hunters now, chasing them blindly will only make us become the prey.
How can Hulei possibly hunt us down? But we have the advantage in numbers, alright? Both of these don't. Yeah, we'll say that one.
Joking, General? He's just a wolf who's been in prison for 7 centuries. Even with his accomplices, they're no match for us numerous lawful Cloud Knights. How could he consider us his prey?
Well, considering that it took Jing Liu to take him down, and not the Cloud Knights themselves, I don't think that the numbers really matter all that much.
Do not underestimate the enemy. Hulei is not an ordinary Borisin that can be easily killed. The advantage in numbers means nothing when we face that monster. A vicious beast who hasn't tasted blood and flesh in 7 centuries is now lurking on the streets of the Luofu, right before the war dance. This is what makes the situation treacherous and unpredictable.
To him, the lives of ordinary people are just meat, ready to be devoured at any moment.
Exactly. That is why we must succeed in our first strike, or the situation will spiral out of control.
Yeah, I have Fei Xiao. You've seen me use him. I think I used her last stream.
Right? When you surround your enemy, leave one side open for them to escape. A skilled hunter must be well prepared.
I'm pretty sure I used her last stream.
At the most advantageous position.
Where do those Borson want to go? Is starting to validate the most likely place for them to come to?
What would we do if we were the escapees from the shackling prison? While we can disguise ourselves and blend in with the crowd, we don't plan on staying here for long. In this case, what do we need most now?
A star skiff to get us out of the Lafu. The Borison we discovered at Stargazer Navalia were actually preparing a vessel for their escape.
We predict their next move, and we take them down.
I could have. You in fact did not use her. I could have sworn I did. Man, if I go back into my stream and I see that I did use her, I'm calling you out the next one.
Let's start from where you found those Borison and corner our prey.
Trailblazer Chronicles. Oh, shoot. Oh. Oh, no.
Let me tend your wounds.
I shall remember this warmth.
I will dispatch you.
Oh, of course.
Your end approaches.
Luthier.
Lance ablaze! Lance! Forward!
Unnecessary.
Lance at the ready.
That paradise may be unreachable for me. Savor it for me.
Yeah, there we go. Oh, yeah.
As you wish.
Nice teamwork.
Luthier.
Oh, I thought I could do it. Ow. I should have healed. Okay, that was not good. I goofed on that.
This sword needs sharpening.
I need to fix those cracks. Oh, I hope this is not another battle. I need healing. Heal. Where's my healing stuff? I guess this is my healing stuff. There we go. You're so seriously using a shield with cast race and blade?
Last time. It looks the same as usual.
Yeah, because you can taunt and divert the damage.
Because I blocked all the relevant news to make it seem as if nothing had happened.
Yanqing may have alerted the Borison. Wait, what? Will the Borison notice something?
Losing contact with their accomplices preparing the star skiff will surely put them on guard. However, the more well-prepared a plan is, the longer it takes to adjust when it's disrupted. If any Borson wants to stick to the original plan despite the risks, they'll surely come back to Stargazer Navalia to check the situation.
Are you suggesting that there are Borison here at Stargazer Navalia right now?
Yeah, that is true, but I don't want them taking too much damage because their HP, especially Blade's HP pool, isn't that big, and plus they're already doing damage to themselves. So I want to at least take some of the damage away because they're not going to actually get... Caster East isn't going to get to 100%, like, within one turn.
This is an automated area.
And plus she's only level 60, so everyone else is like level 68 and above. So I gotta be able to mediate the damage.
First, look at those 2 Skyfaring Commission staff members.
They're watching us
They've
with...
been observing us in secret since we arrived here. Then there's a Cloud Knight soldier over there. Perhaps he's here for patrol, but each patrol team must consist of 2 members. And obviously, he is not following the rules. Lastly, there's that craftsman wearing Artisanship Commission clothing. He's unusually focused on checking that device. If you have a target in mind, let's go investigate.
Okay, alright, fine, jeez. What do I want to do? Oh. I would use Tribby, but she's only level 50. I'm going to head out now. Good luck with the game. Plus, I need time to heal myself. And again, Bailu is abysmal here. Oh, she's doing the job good enough. Right now, she's my strongest healer, so we will be good with that. Who do I want? I could use the damage break, so we can use this. You're lucky I don't cut you in 2.
Who are you? Don't you know that Stargazer Navalia is on lockdown now?
You don't even know who we are! You're suspicious.
Hey, chill out. They're just a few lost tourists.
Stargazer is on lockdown now.
But Stargazer Navalia is the shipbuilding port of the Cienjo Lafu. If the Skyfaring Commission called for a lockdown, there should be official documents proving it, right?
Official documents? Of course there are. The Cloud Knights are aware that some people have infiltrated this port.
Like yourself.
That makes perfect sense. So you're now investigating the Borison?
Yeah. We've received orders from the higher-ups, so we've blocked off this area to prevent any interference with our inspection. Thank you for your understanding.
You will unlock my true potential. I appreciate it. I am grinding as best as I can all these characters. I do not have enough materials to even get to where I need to be with a lot of them.
Lieutenant Yanxing and General Fei Xiao.
Oh snap! What are you doing here?
You're aware of the Borison prison break, right?
Yeah, I've received the news, and I'll be on the alert.
Looks like you've been keeping an eye on the Sky Splitter. Have you noticed anything unusual?
No, everything is normal on the ship. Nothing out of the ordinary.
This is not a location for a Cloud Knight on guard duty, is it?
Well, this spot offers a great view. Are you here to keep an eye on the Sky Splitter?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
You've been observing the Sky Splitter for a while. Have you noticed anything?
He just said he didn't. Why would we ask the same question?
Honestly, just watching the ship from here isn't too thrilling. I I wish I could go on board and witness Lieutenant Yenqing's contests. Speaking of which, Lieutenant Yenqing, aren't you supposed to be on the Sky Splitter? Is it alright for you to be here instead?
Thank you for your concern, but I have more pressing matters to attend to.
No, can't come in.
Hey, you there! Please refrain from wandering around.
How do they not know who we are?
If you're not. Oh, it's you, Lieutenant Yenqing.
Oh. Okay, you do know.
No, not at all. Actually, I'm here to address a peculiar issue.
A peculiar issue?
Yeah, we've had some unscheduled star skiffs being constructed at this dock in Stargazer Navalia. Could there have been an error in the production planning for the assembly line? This is just weird. I thought all the pending star skiffs from before the war dance had been scheduled already. I'm sorry, but I need to focus on my work right now. If you have any questions, we can discuss them later.
So, it seems that some Borisin have returned to Stargazer Navalia in disguise. The answer seems quite obvious.
Stars the staff members from the Skyfaring Commission, the Cloud Knight Soldier, the Craftsmen from the Artisan Commission. Yeah, it's definitely the staff members. The fun fact, Yanqing and Jing Liu have a lot of similarities. Besides their ice using abilities and their color scheme, I would think so. Well, their personalities are different too. We'll probably figure that out. I'm pretty sure there's gonna be more interactions with them. Hopefully, she'll come back in the story and there'll be more between them. I'm hoping so.
That's my suspicion as well.
Remember when I mentioned that the Cloud Knights blocked all relevant news to make it seem as if nothing happened? Stargazer Navalia is not under lockdown.
But on the contrary, those staff members use Stargazer Navalia is on lockdown as an excuse to persuade
Their
us
kits
to
are
leave.
practically the same.
This contradicts the Cloud Knights'
Oh.
plans.
Their flimsy disguise has been exposed. Even if
Hopefully-
they try to hide, there's no way they can escape us.
Hopefully they don't get too similar. And you know what? I actually saw this one TikTok or something, I think it was, it was actually like a type of forum or something like that, where they said that it was like a cycle where the quintet was actually being reborn, as besides Dan Heng being in the Bible or Lune, Yanqing was going to end up Mara struck and be the next Jing Liu. And what was it? Yin Li was either going to be like Blade or she's going to die like Bai Heng or something like that. I think it was like she was going to turn into Blade or something like that. It was like a cycle that they kept on going around in circles. And I think Fei Xiao was also Bai Heng. Oh, it was supposed to be Bai Heng or something like that, or something like Bai Heng. Both of them can increase their crit rate and crit damage. They both have a enhanced state. Oh, I see. Okay. Well, I think, let's see, where are we? Okay, so we can end it here. All right. So this is where we're going to call it a stream for today. I hope you guys had a little bit of fun. Let's see who we can raid today. Okay. Let's see. Raid. Let's see. Let's see. Claire Asheron is playing some Honkai Star Rail, and apparently she is testing Class Therese in every dumb way you can think of. That sounds interesting. So we're gonna raid Claire. So if you're on Twitch, be sure to show her some love. Stay on and watch her try to test Castries in every dumb way possible. That seems to be my line. I probably test her in every dumb way possible because I don't know how she works. Geez, she has like level 80 on every character. Yeah, she's one of the OGs for sure. Alright. So I hope you guys enjoy, and I will see you guys in the next one. God bless you, and have a fantastic day. Stay wholesome, my friends. Bye-bye.
Leaving too. And now Gura, it's just like, it's scary. It's really scary. Hello, Mushin Gaming. It's lovely to meet you. Welcome in. Welcome in. Thank you so much for the raid. Hello. Hello, it's a pleasure to meet you. I hope you're having a wonderful day and you'll be at a wonderful stream. I am currently playing some Honkai Star Rail. And my name is Claire. I am currently very tired and spacey, but hopefully I can make you very welcome here. Feel free to just put your feet up and relax and make yourself at home. Hollow membership put out a vid saying they have an important announcement. I'll see they announced they have Lickma turn off the stream. Are you resisting casters in every dumb way possible? Why, yes. Yes, I am. How does Super Breakcaster sound?